Hello, it's Janet16, and what we're looking at today, well, you can probably guess. There's 5 of them right in front of you. I'll just move that, there's brushes, I'll show you that first. So this is the A4s. There's 2 Backman and 3 Hornby. Hornby obviously hold the record for the best looking A4s. Unless you've got an O-gauge one, which is stunning. But what I'm going to talk about is my favourite and what duties they will be running. Now, we'll start with Dominion of Canada. I purposely bought this one because I went to York when they had all the A4s up there, and this was the one that really I had never seen before, and it really caught my eye, and I had to have him. And Hornby were bringing out one, but sadly I couldn't get my hands on one. I tried and tried, I just didn't want to pay too dear because they did go up in money. And I knew Backman made one in a presentation box, so I grabbed it. I got this one for a bargain price of no, actually I had 2. I had one before this and I paid £120 for him. And then this woman was selling her husband's collection, and another one come up for just £89, and I offered her £85 and she let me have it for that. So this one was actually the second one I owned, and you probably, for those of you who are on my shop and that on Facebook, you would have remembered me putting one for sale, and I had a lot of people email, why are you getting rid of Dominion of Canada and that, you should keep her. But I had 2. That's the reason why I've kept this one, really. I kept this one because the box for the other had a damaged hinge, and this one was mint, 100% mint, never been run, just put away. The husband obviously had them on show or something, but this one was never run. I can tell by the wheels and that, magnifying glass on the wheels. Next we have the Hornby Pristine Mallard in BR, number 60022. In early emblem. This is basically my second favourite A4 Mallard. It's not actually in my top 5 favourite locos. Mallard is in a lot of people's, but it ain't. The Silver Foxes, which we'll have a look at in a minute. But this Mallard come out of an Hornby set. I think it was called the Mallard Express, and it come with 4 teak coaches, which are over there. There's 2 of them, and the reason I had the set, because I had it for a Christmas present, but I was watching it, I didn't even realise I was getting it, and my mum won it off eBay for £80, and this model is well worth over £100 because it's a pristine A4. It's not the railroad one, it's not the railroad Mallard, this is the pristine Mallard. This is like the new bittern. It's got everything the same apart from the wire connector between tender and loco, and this corridor as well, which Mallard in its state at the moment don't have corridor tender. So it's very nice model. Bittern double tender. This one come out last year. Sorry, we're in 2015 now. And this come a day before Wally. I think it was November the 22nd it arrived. I had this on pre-order since I went to York Museum to see the A4s. And Bittern was actually in Garter Blue at that time. But I knew Hornby were building this one with double tender, and I had to pre-order it. I just had to. Stunning model. The 2 tenders don't really work in my area because I know for a fact the A4s didn't use double tender in the 50s. But it's alright. The tender will be on now and then. It's just something I'll do. But for the majority of the time, the tender won't be on. And lastly, we go to my most prized locos. I mentioned just now my favourite. The only A4 that's in my top 5, and actually in the top 2 of locos, is Silver Fox. Now, the first one, Hornby built this not so long ago, but not this one. They re-brought it out as the Jubilee set with the 3 Jubilee coaches, but this is actually the Silver Fox from 2006 special edition set. Come with 3 teak coaches and certificate and everything. I got the certificate. And this is the pristine model of the first Jubilee set. They made a Jubilee set a few years ago, like 90s, early 90s or late 90s. And it was a train set, if I remember rightly. But this is the second one they done, where it's just, you got the loco and 3 teak coaches, the actual teak, not the blood and custard. They weren't pristine coaches, they were just the standard railroad ones. But the loco is what I wanted. This A4 is very special. And the reason why, it's the slipstreamed one, the very first A4s. And if you look at the tender on the Mallard, and on Bitter, and on Dominion and Canada, and then you go to this one, and this has the slipstream tender, which these locos, the 4 of them, Silver King, Silver Link, Quicksilver and Silver Fox, they had the slipstream tender, which was taken away when they were changed to Garter. Well, these stayed these colours, but these went to BR, which you can see behind is the Backman one of the Elizabethan. So this one is my most prized possession, really. It's not my favourite loco. It's not the best one I have, but it's up there. It's number 2 at least. A stunning model. I've probably only ran it. It's probably done 2 hours on track in what are we in 2015, so like 7-8 years, and it's a stunning model. I love it. I need to run him more really, but I'm afraid he'll get damaged, and I just keep him away. So this Silver Fox, you may have saw a video not that long ago I had with the Elizabethan, which we can see set up in the station at the moment. A very expensive set, the most I've ever paid for a loco, and originally that was the Black Flying Scotsman, which is lined up here from the first edition to the National Railway Museum. And this, if I just, let's move it forward, it's got the etched Silver Fox, the etched nameplates, silver rodding with black wheels, which is really nice. Looks really great in the photos, and if you're a friend on Facebook, you know this is my cover photo. But this model is stunning. It's probably one of the best I got. The only problem is Backerman, and the Backerman A4s, the original Backerman A4s, are not right. They are quite off, which a lot of people know, so I ain't got to go into what's wrong with them. But I had to have it because it's Silver Fox and the Elizabethan, and one of my favourite trains that would have run. And I'm quite obsessed with the Elizabethan, really. But it's a lovely model. It does look well on my layout. Can't wait to have a bigger layout and give it a nice, good run. But this one I do run quite often, actually. In fact, he's in the new running video, so you'll see that. So that's the A4s. That's pretty much it for this video. We will be looking at the Princess class next, because I got quite a few of them. But let me know, what's your favourite A4? Like I said, my favourite is Silver Fox, without a doubt. BR Silver Fox more than the Jubilee one, because BR is kind of my era. But this loco is number 2 in my collection, and you can probably tell why. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.